Hello students, good morning. I welcome you all to this class. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I am Ramesh, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Aeronautical Engineering. In today's class, we are going to learn about the parts of an aircraft, the subcomponents in each part of an aircraft, their locations and their functions. At the end of this class, I hope all of you understand the parts of an aircraft and their functions. Now, let's move on to this topic.
Airplane parts. The airplane parts are shown in this figure: wing, empennage, fuselage, landing gear, and power plant. In general, airplanes are designed for a variety of purposes. Most of them have the same major components. The overall characteristics are largely determined by the original design objectives. Most airplane structures include a fuselage, wings, an empennage, landing gear, and a power plant. Fuselage. The fuselage is the central body of an airplane, and it is designed to accommodate the crew, passengers, and cargo. It also provides the structural connection for the wings and tail assembly. Older types of aircraft design utilized an open truss structure constructed of wood, steel, or aluminum tubing. The most popular types of fuselage structures used in today's aircraft are the monocoque and semi-monocoque. The next one is wing. The wings are airfoils attached to each side of the fuselage and are the main lifting surfaces that support the airplane in flight. There are numerous wing designs, sizes, and shapes used by the various manufacturers. Each fulfills a certain need with respect to the expected performance for the particular airplane. Wings may be attached at the top, middle, and lower portion. These designs are referred to as high, mid, and low wing respectively. The number of wings can also vary. Airplanes with a single set of wings are referred to as monoplanes, while those with two sets are called biplanes. Many high-wing airplanes have external braces or wing struts that transmit the flight and landing loads through the struts to the main fuselage structure. Since the wing struts are usually attached approximately halfway out on the wing, this type of wing structure is called semi-cantilever. A few high-wing and most low-wing airplanes have a full cantilever wing designed to carry the loads without external struts. Next, the wing components. Here, the wing components are shown in this figure. So we'll have wing flap, spar, aileron, wing tip, stringers, ribs, skin, fuel tank. The principal structural parts of the wing are spars, ribs, and stringers. These are reinforced by trusses, I-beams, tubing, or other devices including the skin. The wing ribs here. The wing ribs determine the shape and thickness of the wing. In most airplanes, the fuel tanks are either an integral part of the wing structure or consist of flexible containers mounted inside the wing. They are attached to the rear or trailing edges of the wing. Two types of control surfaces referred to as ailerons and flaps. Ailerons extend from about the midpoint of each wing outward toward the tip and move in opposite directions, to create aerodynamic forces that cause the airplane to roll. Next, flap. Flaps extend outward from the fuselage to near the midpoint of each wing. The flaps are normally flush with the wing surface during cruising flight. When extended, the flaps move simultaneously downward to increase the lifting force of the wing for takeoffs and landings. Next one is called empennage. The empennage includes the entire tail group and consists of fixed surfaces such as vertical stabilizer and horizontal stabilizer. The movable surfaces include the rudder and one more trim tabs, as well as another one is elevator. The rudder is attached to the back of the vertical stabilizer. During flight, it is used to move the airplane's nose left and right. The elevator, which is attached to the back of the horizontal stabilizer, which is used to move the nose of the airplane up and down during flight. Trim tabs. They are small, movable portions of the trailing edge of the control surface. These movable trim tabs, which are controlled from the flight deck, which reduce control process. Trim tabs may be installed on the ailerons, the rudder, and on the elevator. The next one is power plant. Here, the important parts are shown here: engine, propeller, and cowling. The propeller, mounted on the front of the engine, translates the rotating force of the engine into thrust, a forward acting force that helps to move the airplane through the air. A propeller is a rotating airfoil that produces thrust through aerodynamic action. A high pressure area is formed at the back of the propeller's airfoil and a low pressure is produced at the face of the propeller. Similarly, the lift is generated by an airfoil, which is used as a lifting surface or wing. This pressure differential develops thrust from the propeller, which in turn pulls the airplane forward. Engines may be turned around to be pushers with the propeller at the rear. There are significant factors involved in the design of a propeller that impact its effectiveness. One is the angle of propeller blade, which is measured against the hub of the propeller, keeps the angle of attack relatively constant along the span of the propeller blade, reducing or eliminating the possibility of a stall. The amount of lift being produced by the propeller is directly related to the angle of attack, which is the angle at which the relative wind meets the blade. The angle of attack continuously changes during the flight depending upon the direction of the aircraft. The pitch is defined as the distance of a propeller would travel in one revolution if it were turning in a solid. These two factors combine to allow a measurement of the propeller's efficiency. Propellers are usually matched to a specific aircraft or power plant combination to achieve the best efficiency at a particularly power setting, and they pull or push depending on how the engine is mounted. The overall parts of the aircrafts are shown in this figure already discussed, and the overall function of the parts of the aircraft which have been discussed are summarized here. I hope all of you understand the overall parts of the airplane as well as the functions. I will see you in the next class with a different topic. Thank you.